It's currently half-time at Anfield. It's Liverpool leading West Ham 1-0. Emre Can with the goal. Mike, it come from a corner. Lovely delivery. Adrian was on his line, maybe stuck to his line by James Milner. Free header, poor marking, would you say?
Looked it, from what I could see, which wasn't too bad, it looked very much like Evra had lost him. It looked like Evra was trying to mark him. And it was very simple for him, wasn't it? He used the power of the header just to divert it into that bottom corner, just sort of gentle flick, really, if you know what I mean, into that bottom corner from about 3 feet out, it seemed. I heard you could hear someone, the player screaming Adrian to come and get it. But it was blocked off, as you said, by Milner.
Gonzo, is that the perfect delivery you can get from a corner? It's whipped in with pace, and Emre Can, as Mike said, he doesn't have to do much. All he has to do is just glance it, and he doesn't even have to jump very high either.
No, but I do think you've got to glance it well. I think it's easy with those. If you try and put too much to glance it, he could have taken it very, very wide. I do think it was a very good header. But I mean, I thought they've looked good from wide anyway. We've obviously discussed the big guys, Firmino and Salah and Mane and whatnot. But I do think Robertson in particular has been very good, and Trent Alexander-Arnold on the other side. So obviously it was a set play on that occasion, but I do think they have looked very, very threatening from wide positions from not perhaps their superstar players.
That was 1-0, but Mike, we've had our chances actually. Although it looked like a very defensive setup when we were getting the ball forward, are you happy with what you're seeing, particularly with Mario Lanzini and Arnautovic, and you've got Evra and Noble and to an extent Zabaleta joining in as well?
Yes and no. I think Arnautovic just looks like a real handful, doesn't he? He looks like he's trying to play him on his own. I mean, our best chances have come directly from him, really, out of nothing, both of them, if you think about it. Lanzini's drifted in and out of the game, and Mario seems to be giving the ball away quite a lot. His first touch seems to have deserted him a bit today compared to what we've seen of him at home. I think Evra has actually done quite a good job getting down the left, and so Zabaleta, when he's been allowed to, but obviously he's been pinned back by Robertson and Mane, who are playing down his side as well. I think they're trying. I think we're not out of the game. I think we've put on. Look at the lineup; it looks very defensive. We've offered him more than I thought we would, but it's so far it's just been Arnautovic who's caused some problems, I think.
Speaking of the Austrian, Mike, when you go to places like Anfield, you need a little bit of luck. It just wasn't quite on his side there with that audacious effort that hit the bar.
Yeah, I know. Karius actually looks like he got a finger to it. I can really see that well. But it looked like he just enough to tip it onto the bar, but was a great effort, wasn't it? Really super effort. And we were unlucky there. He was unlucky, yeah.
Well, Moyes has got his boys in the changing room right now, Gonzo. What changes would you be making at halftime, or would you be keeping it the same on the basis that it is just 1 goal and we have had bits?
Yeah, I mean, I think bearing in mind in the preview, I thought they'd put 3 past us. It's better than I imagined, in actual facts. Arnautovic does look outstanding, actually, if albeit a little bit isolated at times, but we expect that from Moyes. I think the good thing is this is not earlier on in the season where we had a bunch of kids or whatever, 5 defenders on the bench or anything like that. We do have options. In fact, I've not even seen the bench, but I take it Antonio and Chicharito and whatnot are on it. So, I mean, when you've got players like that you can bring on and introduce, then whatever he does do, he's got players in that can be effective, but he's going to have to grasp the nettle and do that. You know, what we don't want is him to almost play for the 1-0 loss. Not that he would as such. He has to grasp the net on at some point, whether it be at 60 minutes, 65 minutes, if he keeps it the same and go, right, okay, that's it, I'm bringing Chicharito on or whatever he decides to do, and actually go for it. But I'll tell you what, if after 65 minutes it's still only 1-0 to Liverpool, I do think we're heavily in the game, certainly.
What changes would you be making, Mike, if any, or what changes would you be sort of penciling in for the second half?
I would be looking at, I think Liverpool are playing such a high line, which Arnautovic has managed to exploit a few times. He's the only person up there with that sort of enough pace to exploit it. Antonio's on the bench. I'd like to see what he could do against that high line. Do you remember away there last season he scored because of that? And I think that sort of power and raw pace would do us a lot of good. I think that would be something I'll be looking to do. I think that Hernandez would be a player who would get himself too isolated in that game. We haven't got enough of the ball for him. But I think, yeah, that's what I think.
Gonzo, do we need to change up? I mean, obviously Salah has hit the post. He's looked dangerous, but I think there's only so many sort of focus you can put on him. Otherwise, you just create space for others. But Robertson is flying down that left. Zabaleta's got a little protection. Do we need to sort of maybe look at Chiati and say you need to get out there a little bit more, or perhaps Mario or Lanzini drop deeper and just keep Robertson in check?
If it was 0-0, I would say yes, but I do think at some point we are going to have to go for it. They're going to get at you regardless. They really are, and I just think we're going to need elements of luck. We're going to need them to miss. We're going to need them to hit the post. We need them to hit the bar or whatever. If we are going to beat them, I think the moment you start dragging, I think Arnautovic is too isolated anyway. I think the moment you drag another player and give him an extra detail in a defensive duty, we are then looking to play for the 1-0 loss. And I just think, listen, I still believe they got the capacity to score 3 goals, but we're in this game, and at some point, as I say, I think we go for it and we just try and get a goal and grab at least a point.
Mike, is the risk of rolling the dice, if you like, to go and get that point, sort of when do you go do it? Because as soon as you do it, Liverpool are going to get more space going forward, and that's where the danger lies.
Personally, I don't think Moyes is going to do anything. Right? I think he'll carry on with pretty much unless they get another one, because he'll be looking at this going, well, we've hit the crossbar, keeper's pulled off a great save from Arnautovic as well, and he'll be looking at this going, I'm respecting, well, less respecting, but falling in love with that point that he still thinks he might get from keeping things as they are. If he has to 2-0, he might change things, or he might chase it up with 10 minutes to go, but he won't do anything before. Just
very, very, very quickly, Gonzo, give us your final score prediction.
2-0 Liverpool.
Mike?
1-1.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Liverpool. Then we'll get a goal. Anyway, you can hear my view and more of Gonzo's view at full time on the channel. Support back here as a full time whistle blows. Also check out our video on João Mario that went up earlier today. And until then, we'll see you in 45 minutes. It's currently 1-0 Liverpool. Can West Ham get back into it? Well, it's up to David Moyes. We'll be discussing what he does the next 45